Hi everybody, Sanbonani. Welcome to my channel. I had to make sure that it's recording. Welcome to my channel, igama lami Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ngama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers. If it's your first time joining me today and you really like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button langezansi, the notification bell so that you can get notifications uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sengiwufakile. Also, do not forget to press the like button, you guys. So before I eat, because I'm about to. Ngicela ukunikombisa what I made, okay? I made a magwinya, guys. So if YouTube doesn't work out, okay, I have a backup plan. I can just be mama wa magwinya, hey? Why did I even bother going to university? I could have just started a magwinya place because I made the best magwinya that you can ever have today. And everybody's enjoying it. Anyway, before I eat Kunyalam, guys, I need to talk about Real Housewives of Johannesburg. This was episode 5, you guys. I know I had said that Sonia Mbele needs to cut, but she did not listen to me because she was like, Ntando, I've already been paid, for for this season. One Magic is not prepared with another show, so what are we gonna do? So I was like, you know what? I get it. Okay, let's just finish off the season no matter how bad it is. At least this episode, you guys, they got to do one really amazing activity, which was going to the Victoria Falls. It really was great. Like the place looked really beautiful. I think they had dinner there as a group, and it was like one of the last activities that they did in Zambia. I loved that for Zambia that they got to show us that. Okay, so the waterfalls were really really great, you guys. But the other activity, it was them sitting by the pool and just hanging out. Okay, so you guys, listen. Oh, Leon had to go home. Remember, I did that the last review. Leon had to go home because of the issues that they had with him being gay and them feeling like it was not a comfortable space for her. I guess we're going to really get the full explanation of that when we go to the reunion. Okay, as to what exactly happened. Did somebody say something to them? Was he actually asked to leave? We don't know yet. So I'm guessing that we will get all of that at the reunion. Now, in this episode, Litabo is leaving early because she also says that she has work commitments, I guess, back in Johannesburg. So she had to leave. So now it's like the number of people is getting less and less. Okay, listen, you guys. I want to say this. I am liking Thobekile. And I am surprised that I'm liking Thobekile because Thobekile, the way she introduced herself, I feel like she was going to be one of those who was going to be doing too much to try and convince us that she is rich. And it's working out that she is one of the few that actually, I don't know if I should say a storyline, but yes, she is sharing a little bit more about her life, especially her life being a Sangoma. Also, what I like about Utobegile is that she is making an effort to build a friendship with the ladies individually. I feel like she's making an effort to build a friendship with Litabo, with Lebu as well. I think she is trying there with Ukia. They're not really getting along, but she is trying. So I really feel like, and I feel like she's honest as well. She is honest when she's not getting along with somebody. She doesn't force friendships. I'm liking Otobegile, and I also like her diary sessions. Okay, they're not like exciting, but she has times when she's like kind of funny. So I'm liking Otobegile. I really am, you guys. And the others, you guys, are showing up for work, but they're not really performing any duties. Honestly, I don't want to lie. I feel like Mamos is showing up, but she's not really working. I feel like I feel like Ulebo as well is showing up, but she's not really working. So I don't know, you guys. They just relax. That trip here, where it looks like a trip, a girls' trip, but not girls' trip while the girls are shooting a reality show. I think somebody is forgetting that this is supposed to be entertaining for the viewers. Let's do something. So yeah, it has that thing. In moments we are boring while you are watching them. Okay. Here's the thing. So Utobekile had taken Ulitabo out to see this boutique because she wanted to buy her this she said it's a dress, and because she wanted to give it to her as a gift. But that same dress she also bought for Lebu, and then that same dress Mamos also has it. So I don't know whether Thobekile also bought it for Mamos, or Mamos already had it, but it's like the same for all of them. So she wanted to buy them that gift. Little didn't understand why it has to be the same. I also didn't understand why it has to be the same. She can buy them different colors, maybe, but it was exactly the same as Lebu's one. But she wanted to say goodbye to Ulithabo, which made me think like, okay, maybe Thobekile does have the money. Imali le atunayo ngempela, because sometimes you never know with these housewives. And yes, you guys, and I think that she was appreciating the fact that her and Litabo had managed to really build a friendship. And she does mention in this episode that actually the first person that she had met before the season began was Ukia. So she thought they were going to be close with Ukia, but their friendship is offish for some reason. I really feel like Kia doesn't like Thobekile, and I'm not sure yet what the reason is, because they don't interact a lot, and they haven't really had a lot of one-on-ones in terms of just sitting for lunch, maybe just the two of them, so that we can understand the dynamics between the two of them. But I do feel like doesn't like Utobegile very much. Okay, so Litabo leaves, okay, to go back to Joburg. Now it's the five of them, plus Leon is not around, okay. I'm not missing Leon, you guys, even though I do feel like it was really unfair for them to bring him all the way to Zambia without having done proper research, if that was a good idea to bring him along, because you have to be careful when it comes to our African countries and people's sexuality, because in certain countries it's not acceptable. You can't freely be yourself. So I really felt like it was wrong that they took him on that trip without having found out information if he was going to be able to be there the whole time. Okay, because I don't think that it would be a surprise for anybody that in Zambia they are not free like that. Okay, so now the ladies are left. Obviously, Utobegile was closer to Ulithabo, and a lot of the times they will be together, they will be sitting together, and all of that. This is the point where I felt like maybe the producers were just trying to push for drama, and it was just looking too obvious that they're trying to look for drama, because the ladies decide they're going to go sit by the pool and just chill and relax. Okay, and when they are there, someone starts a conversation about, I don't remember if it's Mamos or Nicole, but they were the leaders in the conversation. Yoguti, for some reason, since Ulithabo is no longer around, they have been able to get along with Thobekile. They've been able to get to know Thobekile without Ulithabo. Now, you guys, we didn't see that, Tina. They are forgetting that we didn't see that, because Tina, we saw Litabo leave the trip to go. We saw her saying goodbye to Utobegile, and then we see them by the pool. But they are talking as if after Litabo left, they got to spend time with Utobegile, and they feel like they were able to get to know her, and they get along with her better without Litabo. You know, everyone was pushing this narrative. Yoguti Ulithabo is the problem, because how come it's more peaceful now with everybody now that she's not around? How come we are all getting along now that she's around? So Begila is like, listen, you guys, I'm getting to know all of you. It just so happened that with her we clicked, but I feel like everybody else I don't have an issue with. I'm still getting to know you. The only person that I feel like we might have something is Ukia, because I just feel like we don't get each other. Even Kia says that I don't necessarily have a problem with you, but I feel like somewhere we are missing each other when it comes to the friendship. I felt like they were pushing too hard. They were trying too hard to make Ulithabo a problem. Okay, I know Tobekile was trying to defend her. I like that she's loyal, even though they're just getting to know each other, because she was like, listen, guys, there's nothing wrong with Ulithabo. We are just friends. I don't feel like that. I feel like, of course, I was spending more time with her. Now that she's not around, I am here with you guys and you're getting to know me. I don't feel like there's anything wrong there. And what you're trying to say, that maybe there is something that she was doing to prevent me from spending time with you, that is not true. That's what she was saying. And honestly, you guys, she tried everything she can to defend Ulithabo. So now the others are like, they realize that, okay, because I think they were trying to turn Utobegile against Ulithabo. So now they realize that obviously, because Utobegile is not doing that, is not allowing them to do that, she's probably going to tell Ulithabo. Then Mamos says that, it depends how this you give Ulithabo this message. And then the other one says, no, she mustn't. Thobekile must not tell Ulithabo that, And I'm like, why wouldn't you want her to tell Ulithabo? That means that really you guys were gossiping, okay? They said that they are the ones that are going to tell Ulithabo the fact that after she left, everything seemed to be more peaceful. They seem to be spending nice time together and all of that, meaning that maybe Ulithabo was the problem. So Thobekile is like, okay, if you guys said that you're going to tell her, why don't you just call her now to tell her? They ended up deciding not to call her, but I got her point that if you guys have something to say to Litabo, then you must call Litabo and tell her, because obviously she is Thobekile's friend, and if Thobekile sees her, she's going to, the first thing she'd be like, Nge, listen, after suhambile laphana, guess what, phela bese kuwuwe topic, okay? I really felt like they were reaching when it came to that. I felt like they were reaching. I didn't feel like Ulita was causing problems between the ladies at all. And I feel like they were trying to see if they can find some drama. Okay. Now they do some really boring games there by the pool while they're running and swimming and whatever. Then later on, they go by the Victoria Falls, which was beautiful, you guys. And then they go home. And then I didn't really. I couldn't figure out if it was the same day of the Victoria Falls or it's the next day, because they were supposed to now have the last supper. Okay. So Ulebo is the host. They were very happy with the Victoria Falls dinner that they had. Was it dinner or lunch that they had? Because they had it there on the mountain. Everything was beautiful. Okay, now they're supposed to have the last supper. They get there first. It's not set up like dinner vibes, like a table with chairs. It's just like chairs that are like couch like chairs. Okay. And then there's a round table. I think it was a round table, almost like a coffee table kind of a thing there with some, I can't even say starters, maybe like snacks, or maybe finger lunch, because I didn't see what was in there, but it wasn't a lot. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe Ulebo is having them in that area, and then later on she's going to move them to the area where they're going to have their dinner. But they soon realize that that is not the plan. Whatever they have there, there is the dinner. So I think, honestly, you guys, I don't know who's paying, because a lot of the times for Real Housewives, the trip is paid for by production and all of that. And when it comes to the food, my understanding is that production pays for food. Okay. So if production ever decides that they're not going to pay for food for this dinner, then the individuals would have to pay for their own food. But I would think that it will make sense for them to say before time, listen, you are going to have to pay for your own dinner, or you're going to have to organize your own dinner, for them to be invited to the last dinner. Because that dinner was like the same dinner that we had for Real Housewives when Real Housewives went to the Drakensberg. Okay, they had that dinner. So I'm like, what is happening here? Okay. And Uleb was trying to say to them, listen, if I guess if you don't like what is being provided here, then maybe use your backup plan. Which backup plan was? Because she kept saying, here is a phone, you guys. Do you have your backup plan? Later on, she explains that a backup plan is your card. So if you have your card, call the people and order yourself food. Honestly, I would call and order myself food, because um, it looked like the way that they were so upset, it looked like they were hungry. Okay. But it's very suspicious. I feel like they were being set up, because if you have people, you bring them, say you're bringing them for dinner. Number one, they expect that they're going to eat, so they're not going to eat before they come. Number two, when they get there, you give them alcohol, because when they get there, Lebo started saying we need to play games, because Lebo likes these stupid games that they need to play every time that they get together. They have to play a game. The game included drinking shots. So they're drinking shots. They haven't eaten. They're drinking shots. They're tired. Obviously, the mood is going to change. You're drinking alcohol in an empty stomach, all of them. Okay, so obviously the mood is changing as the time goes because they're realizing nobody is bringing the food. That is what changed the mood, because Mamos is trying to find out, okay, what are we waiting for here? Are we waiting for food or not? And Ule is trying to explain without being rude and saying, "Lo, actually, you guys are supposed to order your own food," but she doesn't say it. She's not straightforward with it. She ends up being upset. Mamos ends up being upset. They, baphendulana kabi, because it was Mamos on one side asking questions about, the issue of the food, and then the other side, I think it was Nicole, and she was saying, well, guys, if you want to order food, I can call and order food. What do you want to have? But I think she was trying to say to them, but you're gonna have to pay for your own food. But she didn't want to say straightforward. I think she should have just said, guys, you're paying for your own food, so what do you want to have? Or she should have called them while they were still in their rooms and say, guys, for today, you're going to pay for their own food. Can you give me your order before time? And then we'll make sure that they arrange at the hotel or whatever. I don't know if they were going to be eating the hotel food. And then when they get there, everything is easy, and then they can just focus on sitting there and chilling. For me, you guys, it was just like they were hoping. I think the producers were hoping maybe that that's going to be drama because the ladies are hungry, they are drunk, 40, and then because they ended up saying, oh, let's just go to the bar then, because then it looks like there isn't going to be food. How do you invite people to the last dinner without food? Like, I'm hoping that at the reunion they will tell us, no, there was food. The food did come later on, because if it didn't come, honestly, I don't understand why they would do that to them, you guys. Is the show getting better? No, you guys, but it's one of those things where, okay, we already have it at 8 o'clock. Let's see if we can, enjoy things here and there. But it's not one of those shows where you're like, oh my God, I'm looking forward to it. No, okay. Anyway, you guys, tell me what you thought about this week's episode in the comment section, and like the video before uphume kuyona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Sengizodla igunya lami ke manje ngoba seniyitholile i-review yenu. Anyway, you guys have a happy Sunday. Bye. Nayo ingasafuna ukuvala lento.